Hey, Dr. Dave here with USU Extension. Today's Tuesday 2-minute tip is all about learning to manage our strong emotions. Okay, so how many of you have ever been to, maybe it's your son or your daughter's soccer game or a basketball game, football game, and the referee made a call that you totally disagreed with, or maybe they didn't make the call and you thought that they should, and you start getting really upset and you just, you either yell something or you throw something or something happens where you react instead of responding. So now I've got a tip for you. So I looked at the literature and the research in this area. I've come up with an acronym called S.N.A.P. Yep, S.N.A.P. And so it stands for this. The S stands for stop. If you can simply snap your fingers or even say the word snap, the S stands for stop. Stop yourself, if you can, from reacting and saying those things. So that, of course, that's easier said than done, especially if you're highly emotional, you're really invested in something that makes you really mad really fast. Pause, just snap your fingers if you have to, or say the word snap. So stop is the first one. And then the N is to notice and then name the emotion, right? To notice how your body is feeling in that moment. Notice and get curious about what's happening inside of your body with your heart rate or your respirations. Could be your blood pressure is rising. Notice that. Now, I'm going to suggest something and you're going to think it's kind of funny, kind of corny, but the research shows that it actually works. And that is to simply say the word, out loud, if you can, right? If it's not in this weird situation. If so, then you just say it in your mind. But when you say, research shows that actually saying that, pausing and saying that uses this part of the brain, whereas the anger and the frustration is back here in the amygdala and the limbic system, that part of the brain. So it can literally hit the brakes and you slow down and you kind of pause and notice, right? So you notice what's going on, say, I know it sounds weird. Okay, the A in SNAP is to assess and then ask yourself. So assess the situation and then ask yourself, is this really worth, is this really going to matter, tomorrow? Is it going to matter next week, next month, next year? Is whatever this, I'm so upset about, the soccer, this referee or whatever it is that making you angry and frustrated. So assess the situation. Again, notice, and you may have to say the again. And then notice and be aware and assess your body, especially specifically your eyes. Okay, so angry eyes are more like this. They've done studies, right? Angry eyes are like this. And so here's a little hack that if you simply open your eyes wide like this, I know it looks kind of funny. Open your eyes wide for 10 seconds when you're getting really frustrated with your kids or your sweetheart. Open your eyes really wide like this because, again, it sends a physiological signal to your brain to calm down. But yeah, right, negativity narrows. And so if we can be positive and try to assess the situation, ask yourself whether it's really going to matter. And, a year from now, is this really going to be that big a deal? And then the P in SNAP is to plan, to ponder and plan a response or to pass. In some situations, silence is the best response in that situation. It's just be like, okay, it's not even worth a response. I'm just going to take a breath and move on. Or you can plan a response. But a planned response is different than a reaction. I call it becoming a first responder versus a nuclear reactor. So if we can learn to slow down, snap your fingers, remember to stop, to notice, say, to assess the situation, ask yourself kind of how you're feeling inside, whether this is really going to matter, and then to plan or pause or pass in your response. Sometimes it's a matter of saying, are people more important than problems? And then maybe even rethink your response. And one thing you can ask yourself is, would my mother approve of my response or my reaction right now? And then maybe rethink it. If the answer is, my mom probably wouldn't be very happy about how I'm acting right now. So that's all for now. Hopefully these tips can help you the next time you feel yourself getting frustrated and you're about to lose it with someone, snap. So that's all for now. I'm Dr. Dave with Utah State, sharing tips to make life great.